true. You have to be like on point. Like there's gotta be a way. Anyways, Lisa Fry, My Mystical Life, and of course, the never-ending phone. Maybe let this phone go off like that. Good morning. Good morning. What's really interesting is this morning I actually sat down and my coffee is warm. Most of the time, are you kidding? No, baby, no. I said no. Most of the time my coffee is cold by the time I get here. I have done 10 things between the kitchen and here, right? Because 10 things needed done. But not this morning because because our house is like, we had a family gathering this weekend. So of course now the house is clean because we spent the whole day beforehand cleaning the house. And it's a big house. So we have, floors to wipe down and all sorts of stuff. So, but anyways, that's all done. And I woke up this morning and I'm like, what do I have to do? So I will find stuff to do. Trust me. Jansen, good morning. Good morrow. How are you today? But I kind of woke up this morning going, okay, well, I guess I could go play in the laser. I can go online for a while. I got to put the horse out. But I just didn't, I wasn't swamped with a bunch of things to do. And my brain did not understand. My brain did not understand. It went, what are we doing? So here I am and happy to be here. I hope everybody had a wonderful day yesterday, whether you celebrate Easter or not. I hope you had a fabulous, fabulous day. It was wonderful. We had our grandkids over and a bunch of family came over and we just had fun. We just had fun. Your Traverse is up and running, so you're happy. You have a car now. You have a car now. It's so difficult not having that extra vehicle. Right? Okay, moving on. So what are we going to do today? I have Tammy Manzo. Good morning. We have Tammy Manzo. She's going to be in the store next month in May. We're very, very excited. We're very excited to have Tammy coming into the store. We're all a little behind on our astrology charts. I'm just telling you. Randy Scott, good morning. Oh my goodness, has it been over a year, Jansen? Oh my gosh, no. May the 17th, that's correct, May the 17th. Thank you, Jansen. I was contemplating bringing in my calendar because, are you done? But then I went, I won't need my calendar. Whatever. Okay. Ta-da. So here we go. This morning, I got up this morning and did Qigong. Oh yeah. Have you ever had a reading from Tammy Jansen? Have you ever had one of her readings? If you guys are local, if you're watching and you're local, on the 17th, Tammy Manzo will be doing readings at the store. She's an astrologist, and she's coming in as a guest reader from Sandusky, beyond Sandusky. And her readings are so amazing, you guys. You can stop in store and sign up for the for that, or you can call and put your name down on the list. Absolutely. Danny's readings are great. And here comes Buford ambling through. So I was watching this thing this morning because, guys, we can't just do readings all morning, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, you want separate? That's right. You talked that. You told me that. So this morning I kind of also want to go, her readings are amazing. I want to talk also about something I saw online this morning and to see what kind of input people have on this, because maybe it's a rabbit hole people want to go down if they hadn't seen it yet. But I saw it and I was like, I don't know. I mean, I have thoughts and feelings on it, but I was watching this thing that said that the world ended in 1988. Did you guys see this? Like the timeline ended in 1988. Nicole Byers, good morning. I hope you're well as well. I'm good. Um, and it was, it's one of those theories, right? And I go like that, one of those theories, because a lot of theories have been proven to be correct, right? So there are theories for how long, and then they're proven correct or whatever, however that goes. But this gentleman was talking about how every 12 years since 1988, there's been a thing that happens that creates a rift. Anybody else hear this? Christy Elliott. It's Christy Elliott from Texas, you guys. Huzzah. How are you, girl? How are you? I miss you. Yes, you have to go down this rabbit hole. You have to go down this rabbit hole, Jansen. It said that in 1988 there was some kind of catastrophe that ended life on this planet, and that the universe. You guys just stick with me, okay? Michael Groomer, good morning. Good morning, Angela Maynard. Good morning, you guys. Okay, so this is just something I saw, and I'm asking for people to go down the rabbit hole with me and kind of look it up. And the coordination of a teen, and I keep falling. Girl, I get you. But in 1988, there was some timeline problem, and the humans ceased to exist. Just stick with me. That humans cease to exist, and that for every 12 years, there's a reset, right? It's a conspiracy theory, you guys, but I'm sitting here going, because my guides like went ping on this. So there's something. I'm not saying the whole theory is correct, but my guides actually went ping, and I went, "What do you mean ping? What?" They're like, meditate on it. I'm like, I'll do that after my life. But they pinged it, so I was like, hmm. So 12 years after, um, hmm, I didn't see that one, but seen. Oh yes, the Pope did pass today. Yes, yes. So it says that there was 1988. There was something happened in 1988. I don't know what the big thing was, and then in 2000 was, of course, Y2K, and then 12 years after that was supposed to be the Mayan calendar, and then this is the 12 years after that. So I'm like, if anybody goes down the rabbit hole and you find something interesting, let me know. Because I was just like, it just kind of pinged me this morning. I thought it was interesting. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Beaver just randomly leaves his toys behind me. Oh, he's laying down right here. Oh my God, Michael, right? It was the disappearance of the shoulder pads that did change life on Earth. Hey, look, yes, it's associated to the Mandela effect, Nicole. And they say that's why the shoulder pads. Michael, you had me on the shoulder pads. I had shoulder pads. I had a really great shirt that had like all colory squiggles on it, and it had great big shoulder pads in it. And I wore it with a little uh, hot pink and teal blue mini skirt with the leg warmers, with the matching little rope headband. It was the thing. Looking back, wow. Wow. The disappearance of shoulder. Yes, I know Michael has the best ones, right? It was Saturn conjunct Uranus, and some structures blew up. Oh, really? See, we want to look into it. Like, I want to know, inquiring minds. But when it comes to timeline things like this, right? When you have a timeline theory like this come in, there's so many dimensional rabbit holes to go down that it's not out of the possibility. Because our brains have this structure doesn't mean that there's not more out there that we are totally aware can happen. And what this gentleman was saying was that that humanity is so important to the growth of the universe. Donna Marie, good morning. That humanity is so important to the growth of the universe that the universe had to step in and reset. Good morning, Amanda Laba. Joe Megan, good morning, the wild ones. Time is not linear. You're right. It's not. It's a human construct. So that the universe had to step in and reconstruct so that it continued on its course. Now, Amanda Jane, good morning, happy Easter. I'm not concerned. I'm curious as to why my guides pinged this, and it was such a slight thing. Right there, you need to look up that more. And I went, okay, so I'll talk about it this morning. And anybody that really knows me knows I don't do the conspiracy theory thing, only because I get too invested in it. I'm like, and I don't need to. So I just need to. And Adrena, good morning, Adrena. How are you? But something to look up: the 1988 timeline disruptance and the universe taking over to reestablish a flowing timeline. It's Edgar Wisenot's books, 88 Reasons Why the Rapture could be in 1988. That's where it started. 88 was the end of the Iran-Iraq war as well. Jansen's on it, you guys. Jansen's on it. She is on it. Okay, can we get a share? If everybody could share out to their own personal profile or a group, or even invite friends, that would be fabulous. For some reason, okay, so over the last 2 weeks, we've had a lot happen, right, in the group. So the membership is now closed, and MH370 got taken a time warp thing in Singapore. That's a really curious case, isn't it? That's a really curious case. So the membership is closed, and I'm kind of feeling the lag of that because I don't have like a million things to do in the morning, and I'm like, but it's okay. It's okay. It's just a new adjustment. I did qigong this morning, and I made myself some coffee and fed the horses. It was just a lackadaisical morning. We have a new webpage. So if you haven't checked out our webpage, it is up and flowing. So you can check it at mymysticallife.com. It is there. The newsletter came out yesterday and a new platform with the new webpage and everything. So I hope it came out well. Jansen, you should have received a newsletter yesterday, last night. You should have. Check your email. You got one probably through the shop too. I haven't figured out how to make that flow happen yet, where you get one email if I have both, if you're on this Mystical Mooms and My Mystical Life. I haven't figured that out yet. I had to pay somebody to figure out how to put my webpage over to new forward. I don't know. Yes, I remember your name. We met at the Gift of Light. Your friend Samantha Thrush was with you. Did I do a reading for Samantha the other day on here? I don't remember. You'll double check. Yeah, double check. So I'm going to answer this, Amanda. This is what Amanda says. My radiator's leaking. My bathroom fan and oven are broken, and now we have no electricity downstairs. To top it off, our neighbor's tree roots have lifted our paved slabs. Are my angels looking after you? I know, Amanda, some days it seems, good morning from Southern Oregon, Debbie. It seems as if sometimes we're not being looked after, right? Like our angels are not keeping up, our guides are not keeping up. Like, what the hell is going on? Why am I hitting so many roadblocks in this life? Just remember that this is just a moment. This is just a moment. And maybe your electricity doesn't work downstairs because your angels are watching out for you. Maybe there was an issue and they said, let's cut it off to here so that this doesn't happen. So sometimes what appears to be a disruption in the flow of our life or the disruption of our ease is actually something there for us. Oh no, my live keeps going to the Pope. I'm sorry, what? Anybody else having this problem? Patricia, good morning or afternoon from Europe. Anybody else have a problem with my live going to the Pope? I'll show you on Thursday what popped up on mine was weird guy named David, blah, blah, blah. Profile popped up on the site when you tried. On my site? On My Mystical Life. Jansen, on My Mystical Life? Look at me all confused. What the heck's going on? Not live, but the website. No, you need to screenshot that. I need to know what that is because I got to go look at that. Let's screenshot it and send it to me. That's a moment I got to take care of. Yes, good, Amanda. Keep smiling through it. Facebook's being stupid today. I have really high winds today. Okay, no Catholics in here, Celtics. Look, I gotta tell you guys, I need to see that, Jansen. I have to see that. Can you screenshot that and send it to me? I was raised Catholic. And you know what we find is a lot of people that come through the store, a lot of them that have transitioned over to being more pagan in belief system now, a lot of them were Catholics. And here's the thing that I'm discovering though. Thank you so much, Jansen. And here, I was raised Catholic. I love Catholic Mass. I do. I think it's beautiful. I think it is so gorgeous. And I think the reason I fall into that is because it's pagan. I can see the beauty of cleansing the air with the censer that they picked up from paganism, right? And meditation is just prayer, you guys. It's all it is. It's prayer. And if it's prayer, thank you so much, Jansen, to communicate with our guides and bring in prosperity, bring in peace and ease, we would have done that as well, right? So there's so many things that have been translated into Catholicism that were actually pagan in origin to get people to follow that. Not a popular opinion by a lot of people, right? But that's how it happened. And I was just reading some torture that they were using for herbologists to get people to transfer. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning, Meredith. To get people to transfer over to Christianity. Who wouldn't have? Holy shit balls. You're pro Salvation Army, pagan, yes. Yes, they kept what they wanted and discarded. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, I sent a message I saw on YouTube about thank you, Nicole. I'm sorry, you guys, but it's control. It's control. I organize religion. I can't. Do I not believe in God or the divine or a higher power? I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I believe we're all reaching for something. Without that something, we feel bereft, right? Cynical. We need to have something to believe in. And I've always told this to my kids. We never pushed any religion on our children. Matter of fact, when we first moved here, Richard would get up in the morning and go to church right down the road without us. We never pushed it. We would go to church every once in a while when we lived in Virginia, but it was never, you have to. Because you know what? When you do that, it pushes people away. And I love the community of things. Hi, Mystic Sense. How are you? I love the community of things. I think people should be coming together in community. It doesn't have to be under a steeple. It just doesn't have to be. And believe in ourselves and believe in that we are a little piece of God. Right? Hi, everybody. Good morning. And we behave. Yes, the community is so important. We have to have our tribe. And I know when we closed the membership, everybody was like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm like, we closed the paying portion of the membership, you guys. Doesn't mean that we are less connected, that we love each other less, that our network of friends is going to disappear. Any of that. Matter of fact, I'm online a little bit more, and I tell you what, our membership popped up on our webpage over the week like crazy. And I'm like, I know I carry a different vibe when I'm not stressed. I do. It's all right. Yes, organized religion has caused a lot of strife in the world. Now, I don't care what religion it is either. Yeah, it's all of them. All right, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna do something. Can I get a whoop whoop? Um, anyhow, I think our purpose here, whether we were snuffed out in 1988 and recreated by the universe to keep the flow going, or it kept going and we just live oblivious, right? I like the 80s. That's why we keep redoing the 1980s, like the movies and the fashion and all that stuff that just keeps popping up. Whatever. Keep doing it, right? You can't copy the music because we were too badass. That's why. You can try, but you ain't gonna do it. Um, we were an original. So, but I think that we need to feel ourselves the harmonic convergence of 1987 influence. Right? The 80s are fabulous. Why? Because we did things loud. Our music was loud, our hair was loud, our attitudes were loud. We're self-sustaining. I'll tell you what, you guys, something happens real extreme, you count on the Vietnam vets, the old veterans, and the 1980 people. We gotcha. Okay. Okay. I want the bells back, damn it. What bells? The bells. I just want the bells back, damn it. The bells. Okay. I'll watch for that. Your 80s are a little blurry. You know, my school that I went to, like, we had cornfield parties. Like, anybody else have cornfield parties? We lived in so if you couldn't find us, go look at a cornfield. But I wasn't a big drinker, and I didn't ever touch a drug because I was a Nancy Reagan worked on me, man. Bell-bottom pants. That was 70s. Those were the 70s. We had the folded in pants with the folded up, and then the socks and the white tennis shoes or leg warmers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You were fashion icons. Them churches weren't built, they were founded. Many buildings founded. Yeah. Country cruising. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Let me move on. I gotta do some stuff here. Linda Natarian, good morning. Good morrow. Okay, let's go with, what are we doing? Okay, we're just gonna go with it. Okay. Let's go with What a Lovely Day 90. What a lovely day 90. Let me know you're still here. The reason I do the whoop whoop is so that I know you're still in the room, and I don't want to be reading for nobody that's not here, wasting everybody else's time. I would like shoulder pads to come back as well. No, not really. Inga, how are you? You're here. Okay, great. I want to talk about your throat chakra. I want to talk about things that you're hearing. I want to say that you are actually a medium. You may not be working as a medium, but you could be working as a medium. Good morning, Angel Thomas. Angel is going to be doing a class in the shop starting next month. I'm not sure the date because I don't have my calendar in front of me. On Norse paganism. So you guys, if you're local, watch for that. That's going to be a lot of fun, very informative, and a good time. Let's see. So I want to talk about What a Lovely Day 90. I want to talk about you need to be grounding a little bit more. Spring is here. So spring is sprung. Go outside, run around in the grass. Bring yourself back to center. Okay. You need to be bringing yourself back to center. So when you're internal, we don't do a list, Kathleen. We don't do a list. We do who our guides say is ready for a reading. So just if you hang on, we scroll through and I ask for a whoop whoop and then you comment and then my guides go, that one. But your throat chakra, good morning, Mary. Your throat chakra, what a lovely day, needs to be exercised. You have some things to say that you are not talking about. And I think it has to do with heart chakra as well. So they're like, you need to be talking about your feelings a little bit more. Somebody needs to know how you feel to be able to create better bonds. I hope that makes sense to you. They're saying that, holy cow. And the more you put work into the things that you feel that, okay, it feels like you're putting work into things and you're not feeling like you're getting recognition for it. And just know that if you're passionate, whoop whoop Zach, if you're passionate about what you're doing, you will be recognized for it eventually. But I also have to tell you, recognition is not always what it's cracked up to be. Okay, you don't always need the recognition to know that you're doing a good job. Okay. And I know we want people to give us an attaboy, we're doing a good job. But sometimes just knowing that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing right here is just, it's more important than somebody giving you an attaboy. Okay. So I'll give you an attaboy. Good job. Because if you're going to work towards just the acknowledgement, you're not going to get as far as you think you should. All right. Veronica Orlando, it has been a while. It's not about the accolades. It's about your sense of inner achievement. Okay. That's what's important. That's what should be important. Your feeling of self-worth is also tied to your ability to work with the other side. You guys know this. How do you work on your mediumship? This is where it's going next. And I will tell you, I believe this wholeheartedly. I've taught hundreds of students how to work with their intuition. Inside every person walking this planet is an intuitive. The difference between an intuitive and a muggle is the awareness that they are, look at that right there, is the awareness that they're unique and that they are spectacular, right? And then the difference between a psychic and somebody that wants to be a psychic or is working towards it is self-confidence, you guys. Self-confidence and belief in themselves to know that what they put out there is not their responsibility to feel awarded for. So if I'm doing mediumship, if I'm on here and I'm doing mediumship, which we're going to do today, I can feel it. And I say, this person is this, and they're trying to come across with validation. And then they give a message, because that's why we do this, right? Then they give a message, and that message doesn't make sense to the person that took it. I can't make them take that message. But what I can say is, come back later when you understand it. Because I don't have to invest myself in you understanding. This is a universal message. It's the message from your loved one. I can't be invested in that. And I always tell the story about, because I'm a James Van Praagh fangirl. I was watching, one of my first things I watched of his was he was doing a gallery reading, and he was talking to this one girl, and he was saying, Aaron, I need to tell you about Aaron. I need this Aaron needs to understand this message. Aaron. And the girl's like, I don't know an Aaron. I don't know an Aaron. I don't know an Aaron. And her sister's sitting next to her, right? And it's a great story, because it actually happened. And she's and the guy's like, but the message is about Aaron. And and the sister says, her name's Aaron. The girl was so close to the message, she could not see her own name in it. So we cannot invest ourselves in the outcome. We give the information, we drop it, mic drop, and walk away. Because if we are invested in it, that's ego. Nobody's a superhuman. Everybody's a psychic. Everybody can do this. It's not a superpower. It can be a learned skill. Why are some people better than other people at it? Because maybe they were fostered through life going, you're spectacular. You can do anything you want to do. And then you have somebody over here that was told they were a piece of crap when they were a kid. Which person do you think is going to be the better intuitive? The person that has no self-esteem, that does not believe in themselves, and does not believe. This was a big one for me. I was in this category. I was not fostered into this. I didn't start this till I was 38. Nobody told me I was worth a shit except for my husband. I had friends, of course. Not everybody shit on me, right? But I had zero self-esteem when I was in my 30s. And what this did for me was made me see just how amazing people are. Everybody has a light. I've been very blessed to watch so many people realize their light and just go, I can do this. This is amazing. And then when they do that, then they start to, I'm sorry, I'm on a soapbox. And then when they do that, they are lifted by their guides and their own self. And they go, holy crap, I don't feel alone anymore. And then their life changes a little. So do that. Be that and watch how things change. That's how you develop your intuition. Meditation is wonderful. Meditation is wonderful. Oh, Michael, I don't worry about it anymore. Thank you so much. I don't worry about it anymore. I don't. I kind of look at it like, how do people do that? I don't see that in myself anymore. This changed my life. Mm-hmm. How do you determine you guys want to go down this rabbit hole? We are going to do readings. I swear we're going to do readings. This is another one. That's not a rabbit hole, but here's the thing. Joe Megan asks, and this is my own personal opinion. We all have one. It's kind of like an asshole. We all have one, right? How do you determine the right time to pass on a message? Ooh, Joe, I mean, we have lots of good things to talk about. I was like, maybe we won't have anything to talk about this morning. Yeah, we do. We always do. Hang on for the nuggets. How do you determine the right time to pass on a message? Only when you're asked. Only when you're asked. And I say that because it is rude to be in somebody else's energy. I don't care what they do on TV. I don't care what they do on TV. If I'm walking down the street and I see a stranger and their dead people are like, hey, talk to me, let them know my message, I'm going to mind my own damn business. Because if you don't, every Tom, Dick, and dead person is going to want to talk to you as you walk down the street because you did that. First of all, they're going to be like, oh, ghost ain't got nothing on me. That's how we're going to do. That's that you just opened your shop, right? You don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do. That's not what being intuitive is about, right? Okay. You don't trust me. Trust me. Okay. But also stay the hell out of other people's energy. Don't get in other people's energy. If you don't know how to do that, message me. Just look up how to do protection. How to keep your bubble here. Right here. Okay? You're never ever gonna see me walk down the street and randomly give out information. Matter of fact, in the store, I stay behind the desk as a general rule. That's my bubble. I stay behind the desk. And there is no reading. There is no reading from the desk. As a general rule, if you see me do it, it's because there's kind of like this thing going on. Okay? So have respect for other people. That's how you do it. And then if you are sitting down and you're having a conversation and they're like, okay, and you go, you know what, I I do intuitive work. And they're like, really? Here it is. What do you get off me? Boom, there you go. On TV, the random person has sign a legal form to be on air, so they don't know what's coming in the Checkout at Dollar General is a different story, right? Right. There's a video floating around or out there, and I show it in when I'm teaching psychic development classes. I show it because it is real life what somebody ruined another person, not ruined it, but they disrupted another person's life, where she walked in and she had her friend camera videoing her, and she walks in and she probably was getting legitimate information. She obviously was. And she told this lady on the other side of the desk, your dead ex-boyfriend says this, and she had accurate information. And the girl started bawling behind the desk and didn't know the guy was dead, left her job, lost her job. I mean, come on. Right? That's just an opinion, though. It's an opinion. And you can do whatever you want. But I prefer to stay in my own lane. It's polite. I hope that helps, Joe Megan. She's like, holy crap, Lisa went off on a soapbox. That's one of my soapbox topics. It really is, because I really feel strongly about it. We are not here to be the saviors of the world. That's an extra Claire. You know that? It's Claire delusional. Yeah. Don't be Claire delusional. Okay. I know Jansen's down the rabbit hole. Jansen's down the rabbit hole. Okay, here we go. And there was another one. I was a kid that was made fun of due to my abilities. But I knew it was real today. No one laughs. You believe in yourself, right, Veronica? Absolutely. You've tried to meditate, but you fall asleep, Amanda. That's okay. You know, you do your deepest sleep when you fall asleep during a meditation. You do your deepest work. Totally acceptable. Totally acceptable. And if you have a hard time meditating, try Shamanic Journey. It's like running a movie in your head, gives your brain something to do, and it's amazing. Okay. Whoop, whoop, you guys. Whoop, whoop. Sorry. Whoop. Get Lisa off the soapbox. If everybody could share to your feed, a group, invite a friend, that'd be awesome. Okay. Yeah. Meditation. Everybody lives and dies on the meditation thing, you guys. I got to tell you, if your guides tell you to meditate, meditate. If you're not meditating as often as you think, maybe you ought to meditate a little bit more, but never feel guilty for not meditating consistently. Okay? Don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty about anything you do spiritually. If you do, then maybe it's not the right thing, right? Okay. Let us go with good day. Good day. Let us go with Christy Elliott. Ooh, and Christy, they're like, oh, Christy needs some tarot. Good luck, Christy. Christy is one of my friends from Texas, but I actually met Christy ooh, good Lord, cards falling out all over the place. I met Christy before Texas. So talk about serendipity, you guys. She only lived about 45 minutes away, maybe half hour away from Bill in Texas. So we were blessed to get to meet each other. And we don't talk nearly as much as we should. Kim Coots, good morning. We don't talk nearly as much as we should. We haven't talked a lot at all. Good morning, Katrina. Good morning, Vicky Roo. All right, here we go. Christy, I feel like there's something you're not seeing. You're not touching on a subject. You're not, it's like you need to pull the Band-Aid off of, Bill was amazing. You're going to get me crying. I can't have eyeliner on. Bill was amazing. Yes. I've been going through some of his stuff, and it's in the garage and hard. Okay. So you have some things you need to pull. You have one thing you need to pull the Band-Aid off of, Christy. It's like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to work with it. And you need to pull the Band-Aid off and get over that. You need to get over it. Because if you do this, then you allow all these things to open up, and you're your own damn roadblock. How many find that we're our own roadblock? We all kind of do that every once in a while, right? Ooh, congratulations, Flowers. Going to look at her house tomorrow. Or her apartment. Yeah, her house. She's going to rent. Okay. See, I remember that. You have no idea how weird that is. Okay. Squirrel. Okay. So Christy, quit being your own roadblock. It'll work out. Everything's fine. You just need to do it. And if you're contemplating some new work, if you're contemplating, and I know what she does, if you're contemplating some new work, please do it. Do it. Jump off. And it seems like it's a little bit off kilter for you, like a little bit different. Just do it. Don't be worried that it's something new or something out of your realm of, I want to try something new. Don't worry about that. It's going to be good. Okay. It's going to be good. It's going to be prosperous, actually. And somebody's talking about you. Somebody's talking about you, not in a bad way either. Like, hey, what about this person over here? What about this person over here? So if you're approached with something new and you're like, let me think about that. That might be something I want to try. Don't be afraid. Step out there and do it. You got something going on. You're way off kilter or I'm way off kilter. I'm fine with being off kilter. Or is it your sense of talking, doing new things? Don't be worried about it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't worry about the judgment of others. Don't worry about the judgment of others. You got it. Let people come to you for advice, and all of a sudden, let other people come to you. I hope that makes sense. So you do have something new coming in. Perfect. They're like, go for it. Do it. Tell your mother we said hi, Katrina. Yeah, go for it. Do it, Christy. Time for change. Okay, moving on. Could we get a whoop whoop in the room? Change. We should go on a cruise. We should do a girl cruise. Oh wait, we're going to Sedona. You want to go to Sedona with us, Christy? We're going to Sedona 11th through the 15th of September. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. Oh my God, we could. I don't know if it's safe. It'd be a lot of fun. By the way, Sedona is open to everybody. Sedona is the 11th through 15th of September. We're going to start our days with Qigong if you choose. We are going to do some guided meditations. We're going to have CE5 meditations with extraterrestrial communication. We're going to do trance mediumship. We're going to go visit the vortexes. Sam's going to cook one evening. We have a lot of things going on. We have, you can find that on the webpage. It's kind of going to be an a la carte thing because we learned something on the cruise. On the cruise, what we learned was we don't want all of our time scheduled for us. We want to have the leeway to do some things. And we're so close to the Grand Canyon and things like that, that we want people to be able to go do those. Those can be done in day trips. So we didn't add any huge things like that onto this so that we could have a little leeway to do some things on our own too. So we actually kept the accommodations, if you book to stay in the Airbnb with us, very affordable. You can also, I found 3 really highly ranked but affordable hotels that are on there as well, that if you go to the page, you can look at it and book there. And then there's a fee to join all the extra activities that we're going to do at the Airbnb. So you can still come to the Airbnb in the evenings and do things with us too. So there we go. And by the way, when you book your space with us in the Airbnb, it's just a deposit, and then you can pay it off before August. Sam has it scheduled. So yeah. Oh, we've been to Sedona one time. Loved it. We didn't get to go out to the vortexes because parking was so crazy. Leslie, come on, man. Let's go. We have a wonderful group of people. So far in the Airbnb, we have some members that are going to be there, but we also have Angela Maynard's going to be there. We're trying to go see the petroglyphs out at one of the parks. We also have, well, I'm not going to name everybody that's going because Maybe I don't want everybody to know. Oh, absolutely, Diana. I'll send it to you in a little bit. Okay, moving on. Aloha. How are you? How are you doing? I'm not even going to try and say that, but I know who you are. Hi, Trina. How are you doing? I'm wonderful. My husband just had a job offer in Hawaii on Oahu, and we had to sadly say no. You have no idea how much that hurt my heart, you guys. It was like, did I see that? Well, it's all good. Oh yeah, we did a cruise last year. It was fun. Yeah, I know. It was so sad. It was so sad. Cherry Blossom High. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop? Let's do a whoop whoop. Oh, it did suck. It sucked. It was only a year though. We've lived there for 2 years now, on and off in Hawaii, and I love it. But I love our grandkids, and they're over here. So okay, this is for Angel Thomas. Angel Thomas. Okay, they're saying don't cry. I miss seeing you in general. In general, I'm on more often now. I was on all last week. We've had some shifts and changes. This Angel, this is don't worry about the things that felt like they were good for you that disappeared. Don't worry about the things that you were so excited about, you couldn't wait to do, and then they dissolved into nothing. Let the emotion of that go away. Don't even worry about it because it's for your best and highest good. You guys actually are like, it's for your best and highest good. And somebody asked earlier, my angel's watching out for me. Well, yeah. You just know that your guides and those that you look towards for guidance are always watching you and walking step for step with you. They're actually talking about walking step for step. So when they talk about stuff like that, then I kind of go over here and I go, okay, well, what are we doing? Anybody from the 80s will remember and probably everybody else too, but Footprints in the Sand with Jesus. I get that in guidance, and they show the person that I'm walking with walking away. So this would be Angel walking away, and as she's walking through the sand, in her footprints, fill up what her abundance is, like what she has coming into her life. So as they talk about this, they talk about your enlightenment, they talk about your divine connection, because I actually have these quartz crystals growing up out of your footprints in the sand. And they're talking about your connection. And I think that you are I don't know if you're connecting with a god or goddess that have a good day, Meredith, have a wonderful day. A specific god or goddess, or if you're trying to create a new connection, but they're like, keep working on it. That's so interesting. Keep working on it, and you're going to reach a different level of communication. The footprints, it just was a random thing that came one day, and it's not like they're walking with Jesus. It's just them walking on the beach. And I think the part of it that I really, really love is the fact that we all are a part of that divine, that's how they brought that message. They bring those messages across so that people that remember that they can reach higher levels of communication, higher levels of spirituality and self. And I love the way those messages come across. So the things that you thought might turn into something unique for you and that disappeared, just let it go. It's not something for you to even consider yourself upset about, but they do want to talk about the amount of time that you've spent doing introspection. They want to talk about how you have turned inward and how that has also assisted you feeling more complete, feeling more in tune with nature, feeling more in tune with your own soul. By the way, your soul has a really incredible connection with extraterrestrial. And they're like, there's a pillar of alignment that could be in your energetic field with just a little bit more work towards, oh gosh, that's such a beautiful feeling. With letting go of, and I'm just going to say this because they're kind of coming across with it here, earthly constraints with, it just feels, so when you meditate or when you close your eyes or when you're working with spirit or your gods and goddesses, if you're feeling that lifting feeling, that bubbling, that I'm lifting up off the planet. I feel it already. I'm lifting off the planet and I'm going to just evaporate into my meditation or my concentration. Let it happen, because the more you let that happen, the closer you're going to come to having a direct communication with the energies that you're working with. Whew. Ow. Not ow, but pop an ear here. So just know that all the introspection that you do, all that hermit time that you step into yourself, really, really, really valuable for you. Really valuable. And also, don't worry, you have some, and I know you have new things coming up. She's going to be teaching Norse traditions at the Mystical Moons in Defiance, and we're really excited about that. But as you're working on it, it's a work in progress. Never beat yourself up. Never feel like you're not doing enough. You're doing just what you need to be doing in the time frame that you need to be doing it, and your timeline is running really well. I need you to know that. They're like, your timeline's running really well. And if for a minute in the future, it's going to feel as if it slows down and you're going to have more time to think about things. Take that. Take that. Oh, take that. Because most people feel as if we're rush. They're going to say, you're going to feel as if things are slowing down a little bit and you can be right here. And that's where they want you to be. Okay? Because the more you're right here, the more you can move upward in your spiritual journey. I hope that's helpful, because woo, your guys are on point with that. Okay, one more. Never feel alone. Don't feel alone. This is a journey you're on with a bunch of people. A bunch of people. I hope that helps. So here's what's really funny, you guys. That's the difference. That type of message is the difference between unstressed Lisa and stressed Lisa. You can tell the difference. And look at me, I'm like all excited about it, because as time went on and as I piled more, so now I knew I was going to talk about this, damn it. As I piled more and more responsibility upon myself to be perfect and try to do everything to the scope that I felt like I needed to perform to every time, I chipped a little bit of myself away. And I gave myself so much stress and I sped up my timeline so much that I could not feel in alignment with that kind of a message. Like, the flow that just came through with that energy was amazing. And I am so excited to be back kind of moving. And that's just a little bit. I'm so excited to be stepping back into my solid foundation of spirituality and enjoying bringing those messages across again. There we go. Excited me. I was like, ooh. Bing. I got a ping this morning. I got a ping on a conspiracy theory, and Jansen's been going down the rabbit hole on it. So we talked about that first thing when we first got on. So have a wonderful day, Jansen. Have a wonderful day. Oh, I'm not I don't try to be perfect anymore. I don't need to be perfect. I was trying to be perfect for other people. Like, I wanted their experience to be great, and I stressed myself out so much that it detracted for it. And I know it. Right? I've known it for a while. And there was just, I also felt like if I took that away, if I took the membership away, if I started to close the membership, that I was also failing people. So there was no win for me. I mean, there was, because we have a wonderful community and everybody met everybody. It's great. But it felt like a catch-22. And I sat back one day and went, you know what? We still have our people. We have a community of wonderful, incredible people. It doesn't make it any less impactful. So have a good day, Debbie. Have a wonderful day. I have to go with my flow. I absolutely do. And I love that feeling of connection. And I really kind of feel like we're going to go back into doing channeled work and things like that during readings. So can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can I get a whoop whoop? They are what make us perfect, right, Michael? They really are. 100%. 100%. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Whoop whoop. There we go. Whew. Holy cow. You're very welcome, Angel. Have a wonderful afternoon. Oh, we're going to do Mystical Sense. Mystical Sense. As soon as I saw your name pop up, my ear popped. So, Mystical Sense, I want to talk about setting loftier goals for yourself. You've set your bar a little lower than what Spirit would like you to set it. They're like, reach higher notes. There's like it's like you're in an arpeggio right now. Da 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 da. They're like you're like da da. You have 2 more layers to go up before you start to really feel in tune. So they're like, you have 2 awakenings coming, two new revelations, 2 new spirit guides, 2 new levels of spirituality that you're going to attain. They also talk about 2x4 therapy. So sorry, you cannot grow without a little bit of pain. So it may feel uncomfortable. It may feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to go this far. I don't know if I want to do this much. In it to win it, girl. In it to win it. So just kind of know that 2x4 therapy can feel a little bit aggressive. But if you're working in cooperation with Spirit rather than against some of the things they want to present to you as an opportunity for growth, just know that you are going to go much further faster. Your level of connection that you have right now, they say you've only dipped a toe in the water. It is time to fully commit to some of the things that you have interest in but have not stepped into the knowledge of. So it's time to start learning some things. They also want to know, no, I'm supposed to say, hey, do you do light language? Do you write down light language? I know it's a lot. I'm sorry. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Oh my goodness, my speed just caught up. I know, 2x4 therapy. Oh boy, buckle up, Buttercup. I just had a bunch, so I have to go back and check. 2x4 therapy. Rough stuff. Okay. Breathe deeper. Stretch out your neck too. Make sure that you are not holding yourself so tensely. I don't know if you get headaches or if your head is just too dang heavy for your shoulders or for your neck, but they're like, give yourself a break. Don't be so rigid. I also want to talk about one of the things that is going to be coming into your spiritual peripheral is going to be something that you are very, very good at. And the reason I have that information is because they show dragons. The only time I see dragons in somebody's energetic field is sometimes associated with Pleiadians, but most of the time it is a spiritual master on something. Now, I never say anybody's a master of anything on this side because mastership happens on the other side. That's where the other side of our learning platform is Life Between Lives, and this is like the practical, and the other side is the theory. Okay. So they're saying, hey, my feed is just lagging. So they're saying, hey, just wait. Just wait. When something strikes your fancy, pick it up and run with it, because that is going to be the thing that they're talking about. You're going to get as close to mastery in this particular human meat suit time than as you can without being on the other side. Yes, that's right. It's not a bad thing. 2x4 therapy really isn't a bad thing. We laugh about it, but it is. It's about a straight message. They're saying, hey, look at this. Look at this and take it. And if you don't take it, then they just do it again. Have a great day, Veronica. You too. Have a wonderful day. I hope that is helpful. Mystical Sense. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So there we are. That is today. Oh, he just threw my cards on the dog. Dog's like, what is this? All right, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm going to go play with the new laser. We bought one of those really great CO2 lasers. Looks like it. And I want to go play with it. So, everybody, find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he'd say, may the light be with you always. If you have not signed up, clicked like on the page or subscribe or whatever, make sure you do so you know when we're online. And everybody have a wonderful, wonderful morning. So thank you guys. Bye-bye. Have a great day. You can't stay here.